the bar. This right here.
How do I do that?
That way. This way. Keep going. There you go. Right about the center, because there's a pin in there, and this bar pivots right there. Now you loosen these two up. Now, grab one of those black hammers off of one of them mills. I mean. Use a soft hammer on it. Don't use a ball peen hammer or anything.
How come we can't make them hammers out of steel?
You can make another one if you have time. Yeah. Use a soft hammer so you don't damage the machine. Because now, did you loosen these up?
Yeah, they're loose.
You can move this bar, see it? There's a little line on the end of this bar right here. Very difficult to see some of it. This side over here is degrees. That's what we're cutting it with. This side over here is taper per foot. Each one of these lines is 25,000. Then it goes to 1, which is 100. Then 25, 25, 25, 200. Now, wherever you move this one, obviously that one's going to move the opposite direction, but it's going to be reading in taper per foot. So you're not concerned about that. This one's busted off on one side. Couldn't set it to taper per foot anyway. You want to set it for 3 degrees, 15 minutes. Well, each one of these lines, you got a 0 degrees. Then, right next to the 0 degrees is a line. It's a little shorter than the other lines. Then right next to it, another line that's a little longer, that's 1 degree. The line in between is 30 minutes. So you can get real close to 15 minutes by splitting the line. If you wanted to get it perfect, you would actually have to set up an indicator and indicate in the part using Reggie's sign, the sign of the angle. That's what you use. And if you go 5 inches, you would take the sign of the angle in Pythagoras' circle, multiply it times 5, and that's how far your indicator should move in 5 inches, and you would be set up dead nuts on that angle. This is a hammer handle, but we're not real concerned about a few minutes. So you take it and tap it over here, because you're cutting small diameter, large diameter. So you're cutting and taper in that direction. So you want to turn it this way. You want to knock it over this way, and there's 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, and halfway between the 3 degrees and the next line, which is 30 minutes, is 15 minutes roughly. Then you tighten those down. And don't over tighten them. Look, busted that one up there. I don't know how they did that. Where's the dial caliper? All right. So you're going to take this hammer handle, which is in the machine like this right now, and you're going to start tapering it until you get at that place where the stop is. You start checking it till it gets to 500, and you stop. And that's it. Wherever it goes here, it goes. So you're going to start tapering now. You bring it over to the stop. All right, you turn the chuck on. Now see how much is running out?
Is there any way to tighten these up? They're real loose.
Yeah, the bottom.
The bottom.
Turn it off. Bring that down. All right, now slide it over where you can get your hand underneath there, under in one of them holes. Feel that nut there? You got it by the nuts? Tighten it up a little, not too much, and pull this. Pull that up. Pull that, not too much. Loosen it up a little. Loosen it. Loosen it. Loosen it. Okay, hold it. Loosen it a little more. Right there. Now pull that. You should be able to pull that tight. Pull it tight. All right, now if it hits this, which it is, tighten it up a little more. Well, tighten it up a little more. Turn it the wrong way. You don't have to move it much. Is that nice and tight? Yeah, and it's not hitting, and it's it. You got to adjust those things all the time. Then fire it up. When you put a live center in it, the part should always be turning. Now, bring it up a little bit where you got nice little pressure in there, and then lock it down. That's it. Keep an eye on this. If it stops turning, just loosen this up. Stick it back in there a little more. It's loosened up. So what you're going to do now is taper from here out until you get to a half an inch.
Every time you cut, you gotta go from here out.